Alrighty, I am cleaning spreaders, getting prepared for the big freeze. It's probably 30 degrees or so. It gets down into the 20s overnight. So the spreaders got the beaters over there. Got to make sure that's all cleaned out or they freeze solid. The doors on these have to be left open, otherwise they freeze shut. At the time, I didn't leave it open. So now I got to fire up the tractor to open that, and hopefully it starts. So I started the tractor, I opened the door, bunch of water. The beater is free, but there's actually a bunch of stuff in there. So I'm just gonna fire up the tractor. I'm gonna let the PTO do the job. Poor thing's been sitting here for like 2 weeks. Not technically a cold start, I just started it. There was probably a better place to do that than right in front of the shed. I'll try to remember that for next time. But just a bunch of slurry and water in there now. And there's still more crap. If I were to do this right, I would take this spreader somewhere and park it with this front end downhill so all the stuff would drain out of that. But YOLO. Well, we are just chock full of cold start videos today. Now I will say, before we do this, that this tractor leaks fuel back. It loses prime, so if it don't start, that's probably why. I don't see no smoke. I'm gonna have to jump out and prime her up. Alrighty, attempt number 2. Ain't going so good. But we were getting smoke, so that means she's getting fuel. If you are in the market for an 80-70 series New Holland, give me a call. Especially if you got a Magnum to trade for it. Japers. She's just a little smoker. And after that adventure, this thing should probably run for a little bit and get them batteries back to being charged up. all we really need to do is open up that door. Oh look, more water. It's like it rained for 2 weeks or something. And all that water is gonna run right over to my truck. God, between running that last spreader and parking my truck, I just ain't got my placement very good today. But that beater down there, I tried kicking it and it is froze. I don't know if there's just more wind out here in the past. Well, you just caught more wind or something, but this one is froze a lot more than the other two. But that's the north, that direction. The north wind is what brings all your cold in. So, makes sense. The other spreaders were kind of tucked around the building, so they were kind of out of the wind. But let's go see how froze she is. Man, look at that beautiful bumper. And new tires. Classy. Alrighty. I got the beater moving under under my foot power, I should say. Let the tractor warm up a little bit. And we shall see if we can get it rolling with the PTO. Voila. Out here it really don't matter if I make a mess. The wind is kind of blowing towards me and I see it's spitting manure back up and over onto my truck. So once again, I failed to do this in a very good spot. So we're gonna back up. Sorry, truck. Gotta just take it over, and I got a U-joint fixed, and new tires put on, a new bumper on, and then I just cover it in manure. I'm not the nicest to it. Yeah, kind of polka dotted her. Oh well. It's a farm truck thing. Oh, we'll let this run for a while and get as much out as we can, and then scrape up the rest, leave the door up so it don't freeze shut. And this is the last spreader. Good old winter prep. Well, chores got pretty late on me tonight. I'm just kidding. It is 5:30. Actually, it is 5:27. It is not even 5:30, and it is pitch black dark. It's also very cold, which is why I'm sitting in a skid loader. But yep, it is not even 5:30, and it is completely dark. I don't know if I ever said it before, but I absolutely love daylight savings time. I mean, who would want it to still be bright out right now? It's not like we got stuff to do or anything. It's 20 degrees, but we got a bunch of water in the pit from raining so much, so we're gonna go try to pump it out. And here I thought I was done with this thing. Well, I would say we definitely got the right way to load this manure because it is straight water. So we got the right way to load it, but probably not the most ideal way to haul it. It is definitely pretty much straight water, and this spreader's more for your solid variety of manure than liquid. I think there's probably, depending on how much we can get sucked out, probably 10-15 loads of this. Granted, they're not very full loads, and it's a big variable of how much we can actually get sucked out of there, but the more we can get sucked out of there, the less we have to go in a foot deep of liquid manure with the skid loader, which is just not the best for it. So we're gonna haul it this way, and hopefully we can get a bunch of loads out, because it's a lot nicer loading with the pump than the skid loader. But yeah, we can't fill the spreader so full, so they're kind of little loads. Well, we have sucked out the last load, so we are headed out there to the skid loader to go play in the slop. It's going to be great fun. And for the record, it quit pumping on load number 10. So, I was spot on there. Alright, we're just going to let this run a little bit, make sure it's good and clean so we don't have to break a bunch of frozen manure tomorrow when we go to use it. I don't know how many loads we got out, but probably better than 30. And in the pit over there, you really can't even tell.
There's the pit!
Kind of a thankless job, especially from the pit. It don't care either way. Where's the
pit?
Where's the pit at?
Right there.
No. That right there is why you run the spreader at the end of the day. Someone would have had to chip all that out, and it would have been me. So you just park it in the tractor, front end uphill for a backloading one, and you kind of let it all just run down, and it's still running out, and it ain't even going. Gross. I don't know why anyone would. What are you doing? Alright, let's go before you get dirty. Well, it is getting cold out, so I'm going to unhook the white off the slinger and hook this thing up. But I had to unhook the batwing, which is usually always a battle. This time being slightly less than usual. This little clevis jaw down here we get none but troubles with. And this is what the pin looks like coming out of it. And actually, this isn't even the worst I've seen. I've seen them totally in a U and all twisted around. This looks about like an inch thick pin. And you can see it just raises hell with them. And I don't know why. But I don't like it. I'm going to finish getting this thing on all unhooked up. All unhooked. Yeah, we'll go with that. And then I'm going to get it on that slinger over there. Time to wake this thing up. Get that slinger unhooked and on that tractor. And then I can haul manure in a nice warm cab. It is beyond me how PTO shafts get bent and dinged up so bad. But my God, does that make it so much more difficult to put them on. This one here was a real... Well, we're about 2 loads from done for the day, and I realized I didn't record any video for this. Mainly for the reason I already got one video on slinging manure, another on hauling manure, and this is really not that interesting of a job. So this is going to be my job for about the next week, so there probably won't be any more videos coming for a little while until I get this job all wrapped up, and then I don't know, miscellaneous wintertime work, little shop work, mainly on that white, and yeah, just a bunch of that. So anyway, the videos might be few and far between, but they'll still be coming. Well, we were getting down there in the pit pretty good. We actually hit the back wall over there yesterday, but as you can see, we scraped and it's already filling back up. Just got a little bit more, but anyway, there is sort of a treasure hunting in cleaning out this pit, because we cleaned it out completely in the winter time here. And you never know what you're going to find, like boards or parts of gates, you know, a bunch of little things. And then sometimes you find big things. That is, I'm guessing, about an 8 to 10 foot chunk of guardrail that probably came off the guard to the pit there. It's a little bit surprising when you find something that big. Well, that was a little longer than I thought it was. Ugh. And I don't even know how far back it goes in there. Huh. Yeah, there used to be a piece that went from there. It's moving. It's moving again. It's gonna fall and splash on me. But yeah, it used to go from there out to there. And I guess I just finally let loose. I don't know. I don't scrape. But anyway, pit's getting down there. I think wherever we end up at the end of today at, I'm just gonna call it good enough. I'm getting real tired of hauling manure. Stay clean, little guy. We're almost done. Almost. Hey, look what I found. Awesome. I was sure that it was buried in manure out in the field somewhere. I should probably clean this before I put it back on. Saved like $5.